Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Kat. I do makeup videos, challenges, sometimes fitnessy videos, just kind of depends. For today though, I have something extra exciting that I am so ready to share with you guys. A few weeks back, NeonMUA let everyone know on his channel that he had come out with a collaboration between him and Midas Cosmetics. And this particular collaboration is just so fantastic, and I really hope that you guys go and check out his channel. I'm going to make sure to link him down below in the description, both his Instagram as well as his YouTube. I'm also going to link Midas Cosmetics down below, so go check them out. He also has a discount code in case you guys want to save some money, and so make sure you guys use that. But this collaboration, so he decided that he was going to try and do something that no one else really in the beauty community has done. It is so fantastic. So complexion products in general have been something that is just not really all that inclusive. Usually it's that people with either extremely pale skin or very, very deep skin, they don't have products available to them. And so what NeonMUA decided to do was he created 4 complexion palettes, and they just run the gamut. Like, you can start with the lightest of the skin tones and just go all the way to the deepest of the skin tones, and there is going to be a palette for you. So I got all 4 of the palettes. I am so excited to show you guys these and what they look like. The only 2 that we will swatch are going to be Dawn and Noon, the 2 lighter ones. And the reason for that is that the Dusk and the Midnight I am going to be gifting to 2 friends of mine. And so I don't want to touch them, but I will show you what they look like on the inside, so you can take a look at that. But we will swatch Dawn and Noon 100%. So let's just jump right in. The Dawn palette is this beautiful guy right here. So pretty. And the inside looks like this. Super light tones, so you have a highlighter, blush, the contour, and then the bronzer. I had to double check like which side was the contour and which was the bronzer. But that is the 4 different products that you have within this palette. And so for me, the reason why I have both the Dawn and the Noon palette for myself is that depending on the time of year, like wintertime, for sure the Dawn palette is what I'm going to be using because I become a ghost. But in the summertime I am a little bit more tan, and so then the Noon palette is what I would be using, and this is what the shades look like in there. And so in case you're curious, I'll hold both of them up together so you can really see the difference in shades. There you go. So this one is the Dawn palette, and then this one is the Noon palette. And so just some slight differences. I would say that the blush in the Dawn palette is more of a pinky rose, like one of those really light carnation rose type shades. And then the blush in the Noon palette is more of your peachy coral type blush. So I am so excited for these. Then the Dusk palette is going to look like this. Super beautiful. And I love the outside packaging of all of them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I really like the outside packaging for the Dusk and the Midnight ones. And so I'm kind of like, I want those. But this is what the Dusk one looks like, and it is just gorgeous. So beautiful. That blush is like the most beautiful cranberry shade. And the highlight is just such a nice rich gold. So I think those are so stunning. But let's move on to the Midnight palette, and that is this guy, which this is just I love night and like the sky at night when you have different constellations that you can see, and sometimes when there's those clouds that come in that sort of hover around the moon. Like I love the visual aesthetic of nighttime, and this cover just totally encompasses that. You can see where it's got like the trees and some stars, and oh, It's so pretty. Okay, and this is what this guy looks like. Just super duper pretty. And let me go ahead and hold up both the dusk and the midnight ones again so you can see the contrasting shades and how they look right there. So you can see where the highlighter on the midnight palette is a little bit deeper, the blush is a little bit deeper, the contour I would say is definitely a little bit more deep with almost like an eggplant plum undertone to it. And then the bronzer is just, oh, that is a gorgeous, really nice shade for the bronzer. This highlighter is, oh my goodness. I would say where the dusk highlight is like a beautiful gold, like a rich gold, this is almost more of a deep kind of copper shade. And then the blush, I really like it. It actually has some little gold flecks inside of it, just as a nice little shimmer. And it's a little bit darker than a cranberry, because that for sure in the dusk is a cranberry. This, almost more like a maroon, in that it has like definitely some brownish undertones to it, but it's such a beautiful shade. So I think that all of these are so pretty. But we're gonna get into the swatches now for the Dawn and the Noon palettes. And then I have not put any complexion products on my face yet, purposefully, because I wanted to test them out today. And so after we're done swatching, I will apply some of it to my face so we can see how that looks and how it works and blends out and the performance of it. So, all right. So for the Dawn palette, here we go. We're gonna start, oh my gosh. This is the softest highlighter. That is like almost as soft as my like blanket that I have here that's like that fake fur blanket. All right, this is the highlight. Very nice shift to it, and that's with one swatch. I'm going to deepen that up just a little bit. There you go. Almost kind of like a diamond crystal type shade on there. It gives me Sailor Moon vibes. So then the blush is going to be this guy right here. And you can see this is where I am super duper pasty, because that definitely almost blends in with my skin. But it is just a very nice light peach. The contour shade, God, all of these are so soft. It's, oh. All right. This is the contour shade. So definitely I can tell just based on like the slight tan that I have gotten that this palette is definitely going to be my winter palette, because all of the shades are a little bit light. So then this is the bronzer. So that is all 4 shades from the Dawn palette. And I'm going to swatch on this hand the Noon, and then we'll hold up both of them together so you guys can see what those look like. And so it definitely looks like the contour has more of a neutral, where there's not really any kind of undertones to it, whereas the bronzer has a bit of an orangey brown undertone. So that's kind of interesting. All right, but here we go into the Noon. Oh, equally as soft. Oh my goodness. All right. Here is the highlight. How did I even do this? Who swatches on their hands, guys? All right. So this is the highlight. That is very pretty. That's more of a champagne. I would say this one is more of a diamond. This is a champagne. Then the blush. It's gonna be right there. Not meaning to flip you guys off, so sorry. So that is the blush, and that shade definitely, ooh. So that almost is kind of almost duochromy. It's got some gold in there for sure. Some peachy pink gold, so that is really nice. So I almost kind of wonder if I want to do the blush from that one and then put this blush from the Noon on as like a topper a bit. All right, this is the contour. Oops. So there's that. Very nice. And then the bronzer. Yeah. There's that. So these are all of the swatches for both. And I would say, yeah, for both of them, man, that is such a nice transition between the contours of both of the palettes, because they're really seamless with just like a step deeper in tone without like changing the undertones that are on there. This is just very much all within the same color stories, just that they've gone a step deeper in each of the different palettes. So I really, really like that. I'm going to come in a little bit closer with the swatches so you can really see. So my left hand is the Dawn and my right hand is Noon. So you can see just a little bit deeper, but very complementary. All right, I am ready to test these bebes out. Okay, I think what I'm going to do for today is I'm going to go with the Noon palette, just because I think after swatching it that is probably the most appropriate of the ones for me to use. And I'm going to start with a very fluffy brush. And so I usually do my bronzer first, so that's what we're going to start with. Okay, so we'll go right into the bronzer. Not really any excess, which is great. And I'm just going to stamp that in. Yeah, that's definitely the correct shade for me. I don't think it's too dark. That's real nice. You can see it just blends out really, really nice and smooth. Again, no fallout. I don't know why I'm bothering to tap off the brush. There's no excess coming off of it. This is just really blending out so nice. I think this bronzer just gives that nice little slight glow, as if I've just been out in the sun for a couple extra minutes instead of stuck in my house or the office. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of the contour and then just real lightly go under my chin. Get rid of that quarantine pooch that's going on underneath there. My diet was pretty horrendous during quarantine. It like consisted of Twizzler bags and like popcorn, which is just not healthy. And so then as soon as the gyms opened back up and I started working out, I was like, oh good, I'm gonna die because my body can't sustain itself on Twizzlers and popcorn. So yeah, that is really nice, natural looking. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit of contour on the forehead, because we sure know having your hair pulled back every day really helps with a receding hairline. So it's one of the joys. I think that's why like a lot of military women like throughout their career just progressively cut their hair shorter and shorter so that you don't end up like having no hair left by the end of your career. But I do have to say I do like the bun. I think it's a sharp look, so it is what it is. It's got its trade-offs, I guess. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Man, that That blended out so nicely to such a nice natural look. All right, we're gonna go into the blush next, and so I'm gonna jump into the Dawn palette to start with. Sticking with this nice poofy brush, because I kind of want it to a little bit blend with the bronzer, so it's all sort of seamless, so that I don't get that like Neapolitan ice cream. You've got like the chocolate strawberry and then the vanilla of the highlighter. Trying to avoid that. Yeah, that is super duper nice. Man. Okay, go on this side. That is such a nice natural flush. Like, it is, I mean, that's like as natural as it comes. And I was expecting it to be super duper light, where it wasn't gonna look natural at all because I was pulling from the lighter palette, and I think that this is lovely. Pardon my sweaty upper lip. It's still hot, although we've had a lot of wind out here lately, so that's helped to cool it down a bit. But my second floor is still super duper hot. All right, blend all that out. Okay, I think that looks really nice. So I'm just gonna stick with that, and then the question becomes, do I wanna go really light with the highlighter, or do I want more of a natural? You know what, F it, we're gonna go light. So I'm just gonna use my finger for this. I'm gonna go straight into the highlighter and highlight my temple as I do, which I don't know why. Like everyone else that I see, like when they highlight, they're like, okay, we're gonna put it on above our cheek and make it look like we're glistening in the spots that we want. And then I'm just like, temples! Highlight the temples! So, I don't know what I'm doing. That is beautiful. It's not so bright where I'm just like, eh! But it is lovely. I'm just gonna grab my brush and blend out the cheek portion a bit. I'm also not really noticing any kind of cast or undertone on there when I'm looking straight on, which sometimes happens with some highlighters. Like there are certain shades of Kaleidos highlighters where I definitely get a little bit of a cast because they're slightly too deep for my skin tone. But with this, there's no cast. It's just a really nice slight shine. So I think that's lovely. Wow. Okay. Oh, man, I'm gonna look in a bigger mirror. Yeah. That is lovely. I have literally nothing bad to say. That felt like a dream when I was applying it. It was so smooth and so soft. Just, oh my goodness, so nice. Man, I think these are so nice. I'm really glad that I got all of them. And I did end up picking up the PR package for the Dawn palette, and the front cover says that this is bigger than makeup. I think that's so accurate, because this is truly something where NeonMUA decided that he had had about enough of companies not having inclusive products and just constantly coming out with just disastrous shade ranges. And so he and Midas Cosmetics together just created this stunning product. I cannot say enough good things about this. Like the quality, if there was a way for me to like have you guys touch it and feel just how soft the pigments were in here, I mean, it was like legitimately as if I was touching silk. Like it was so smooth and so soft and blended out so nicely. So I mean, it's not even just talk. Like it is, he did the damn thing. Like oh my goodness, I cannot recommend it enough. Make sure you guys go to Midas Cosmetics and check it out. Pick up a palette for yourself. And make sure you check out NeonMUA as well. Go to his YouTube channel if you want to see the full release video that he made. Rogue's bumping the camera. She's like, what's up, guys? Yeah? Do you wanna come up here? Do you wanna come here? Do you wanna come here? Come here? Come here. Alright, come here. Do you wanna say hi to the camera? Here she is. Here's little Rogie Roo. She's saying hi to the camera. Yes, she is. She's sniffing on top of the world. Here's your baby. Oh, thank you so much. Alright, down you go. That was a little Rogue interlude, in case anybody wanted it. But yeah, I'm gonna link everything down below. Make sure you guys check him out. The joys of having dogs. Now I'm covered in dog fur because the lip gloss. But yeah, I think that pretty much concludes the video. If you're new here and you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. That way you can, you know, see my videos whenever I post them, at least once a week, if not more. I think these days I'm trying to do 2 videos a week, but you know, full-time job and whatnot, so I do what I can. But yeah, other than that, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what your guys' thoughts are on the products. If there's any other products that you guys are wanting me to check out and review. And other than that, I mean, just go have a good one.